got some recent Love After Lockup updates. First, starting off with Louie. So he just recently celebrated 8 years clean and sober just a few days ago. He posted and said, Tuesday, 11/25, I celebrate 8 years of sobriety, baby. Clean and sober. I made a choice that changed my life. I honestly thought it could never happen. We all have a story, and he said, here I am, 8 years sober and counting. Congrats to Louie. He's really proof that you can come out of this and make it out the other side. And then Troy did a Q&A, and this was a few weeks ago before all this beef went down with his mom, and someone said, how's Miss Karen doing since the baby got here? He said, me and my mother have developed an even better relationship since my son has been born. She never meant any harm. She just doesn't know how to express herself. And then someone asked him if him and Zaria were still looking for a third, and he said, we aren't looking for a third, but we are definitely interested in someone who is interested in communicating consistently. And then someone else asked him if they sleep with the other people, and he said no. And then all the drama went down between him and his mom after his mom asked him to borrow $50 and he said no, and she started crashing out online. And we covered this in a previous video, but I really didn't cover much of the aftermath, so let's get into the aftermath of all that. So Troy ended up posting these messages he ended up receiving from Karen because Karen really didn't like the response that she saw that people were having to her crash out. She said, I'm getting ready to dog walk you. You got mofos thinking I'm on mother effing drugs. You got me effed up. Okay, I'm not even gonna say half the words she said. You got me effed up. You better take that down, or it's gonna be hell to pay on this internet. It's gonna be worse than it was last year. They're gonna shut you down at me, so you better take that shit down. Got mother effers thinking I'm on drugs. Okay, I don't think it's Troy leading people to believe she's on drugs. It's other people that are like, okay, there's gotta be something more than just weed that has Mama Karen acting so crazy. And then she said, you got 10 minutes to take that down while I dog walk you and the whole effing family. Your wife's family, don't let me start with that abuse shit again, because you're trying to make people think I'm some bad mother. You got me effed up. And then Troy said, I have a newborn baby, and this is what y'all favorite person is over here harassing me and threatening me for what? And like I said, at first it's kind of funny seeing Karen throw shade at Zaria and Troy and hear some of the crazy things she would say, but it's not entertaining anymore. And then he said, all because I don't have money to give away. This is what she acts like every time she can't get her effing way. It's childish and ridiculous. Y'all keep falling for this BS. Leave me alone. I'm not effing bothering nobody. And then Troy made a status saying, oh, I wish I could just beg people and have people pay for my weed anytime I wanted, because I guess that's what he's claiming she wanted $50 to begin with for. She was trying to make it sound like she was trying to pay a bill, and this bill was going to level everybody else up and put them in a different position. She literally said the $50 was going to help everyone out. And then really, according to Troy, she just wanted to get her little sack of weed. Oh my God. And then he said that she ended up posting her Cash App because people felt sorry for her, and she ended up getting way more than $50 sent to her in total. And he's like, man, I wish I could just do that. And then she went live and she was dragging Troy. She said he needed to go to jail. I just watched a few minutes from the live. I didn't watch the full thing. And then Troy went live, and I only watched like a minute of his live. Because like I said, after a while, it's just the same old again. And Karen just went live and was trying to say anything she could think of that was going to hurt Zaria Troy as much as possible. And he responded. He said, this is BS. Nasty ass BS. Y'all listen to them spread through the effing internet like it's some effing tea. This ain't nothing but a bunch of BS ass lies over 50 effing bum ass dollars. But once again, the suspect is always playing victim. And you stupid mother effers fall for this dumb shit, and I'm still waiting on the feds to come get me, because she claimed the feds were coming for Troy. And then she said, for doing what? Going to work and coming home? This gotta be a joke? I don't even got traffic tickets. Now, when I tell you this is some BS. And then he said, I don't give a F who it is, make a post about me and I'm gonna take that same post and get paid for it. He said, I'm not entertaining, I'm not bashing, I'm not crashing. I'm getting paid for a mother effer that think they're gonna spread lies about me. Let's talk about it. And then he said, you stupid mother effers. I'm 31 years old. I'm a grown-ass man. I don't give a F what y'all see on TV. Y'all think y'all know what y'all think is tea. I've never in my life told my mother, the hood news reporter, that literally talks about everybody. I've never confided in this woman a day in my life. Y'all literally believe anything, believe what y'all want because it's my mother. That's what makes it believable. But the lady never raised me and she don't know anything about me, and this is why. But believe me when I say this respectfully, every story that she's told, it has no beginning, it has no end, just a bunch of made up shit. I've never been a mama's boy ever. I don't even know what that is. That woman hates everything about me and I'm over it. The disrespect, the lies, the delusions, the temper tantrums, her narcissistic ways when she can't get her way or you don't move when she wants you to, she's bashing me and always threatening me to spread lies about me and my wife. My mother always doing suspect shit, then playing victim, and that's straight abuse. And then always clowning for social media, but the moment I say one thing, oh, that's your mother. Yeah, but I don't give a F what mother bashes a son because they couldn't get $50. Who bashes their son on social media, period? Over $50 is where all this BS started because I didn't have it to give it to her to buy weed. She brought all of this shit to the internet, not me. Okay, victim. Now don't ask about my son because you're not seeing my son. You're not a grandmother. Anyways, she literally treats strangers and other people's kids better than she do her own family and kids and grandkids. She's not about to keep disrespecting me and my wife and think that she's gonna see my son. I don't give a F no more. I don't give a F who you are. Y'all keep bagging her on and on when I try to be a son. That shit don't work. Karen is envious, jealous, and nasty towards me my whole life, and I'm sick of it. I'm not bashing. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm done. I've never had a mother in my whole life anyways. And this is just so sad. You know, it's the holidays. Like, they should have been spending Thanksgiving together, sitting around the table, and then they should be, like, shopping for each other on Black Friday, getting each other Christmas gifts. But all that seems to be ruined because Karen couldn't get herself a little sack of weed. But, I mean, she did eventually get her sack of weed from the fans, and I almost wonder if she, like, did this on purpose as, like, a sympathy ploy to be... Because maybe she thought, okay, if I just come out and ask people for money, they may not send it. But if I ask Troy and he says no, and then, you know, my son's being like this, I can use this as a way to get people to feel bad and get even more money, like what ended up happening according to Troy. But that's pretty much it, guys. I was going to share some more updates, but I didn't realize this Karen and Troy drama was going to take up so much more of the video, so I'll share the rest of the updates in a separate video. But let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below, and thank you guys so much for watching.